Well, hey there, Coastal Bend. Meteorologist Diamond Dixon here. Had a couple of mini technical difficulties, but here we are with a view of our first community bank sky cam over the USS Lexington. Once again, we have our next cold front of the season on the way this evening. Going to drop our temperatures for us. We're currently sitting at 95 here in Corpus Christi. We did break record today with our heat. Back in 2023, we set the record at 92 degrees. So you can imagine that we had a little bit of a warm up before we can cool down. Once again, 95 here in Corpus Christi. We're looking at 97 for Robstown, Alice, Falfurrias, Beeville, and George West, and 80s right along the coast, but even 98 for Freer and Hebbronville and Mathis. So kind of feeling like summer out there, and we're at the end of October. Now we're also going to see a little bit of a lighter winds right now, also closer to 16 though at the Naval Air Station, but everywhere else is looking pretty calm. Once we see that cold front move through, our winds are going to pick up this evening headed into tomorrow. So our feels like temperatures will still hang out in these 90s until our 6 and 7 o'clock window, and then we'll feel like 87 and 77, and then overnight into tomorrow morning, you'll see that we'll feel like those lower to mid 50s, and that'll be pretty close to our actual air temperature at that time. Hour by hour, we will hang out in the 80s until about 8 o'clock. This is when that cold front is starting to approach and move through our neighborhoods. And that's also where we could see a little bit of a kickoff of a shower or two along with that cold front. But you could see the wind shift from southeast to northeast with our winds. And then it will be windy tonight between 10 and 11, and overnight feeling like 75. And then into those 60s, once again, we'll feel like those low 60s to upper 50s for here in Corpus Christi in the morning. North winds are around 20 miles per hour with wind gusts, think about 25 miles per hour. But we do have that cooler air on the way. Tuesday, of course, today we were in those high 90s for the most part, and tomorrow we'll see those low temperatures in the 50s. Like I mentioned, once again, for our neighborhoods, we're talking about a 30 to 35 degree temperature drop. With our big weather picture, our cold front is so close, around 7 to 8 when it'll actually make its way into our neighborhoods. But the big picture, you can see it's not too far away. It's already made its way past Dallas, San Antonio, you name it, on the way to Houston. You can see also that activity and that line of showers. We'll see a small string of that as well that we could see in our neighborhood. So when we look at that kind of passage of it, we're looking 7, 8 o'clock to make it into the coastal bend, colder, drier air also. So with future tracker, you could see that kind of fine line of storms that would move through. We could see those showers once again around 8 o'clock, but these are pretty quick. They're just moving along with the front, and those winds will start to pick up for us, clearing us out for sure by midnight, and we'll have then clear skies, and once again our gusty winds in the mix. You can see on Muggy Meter we take this dip into drier air for about Wednesday through Friday, and kind of slightly into the weekend gets closer to muggy, but our forecast high temperatures take that dip below normal for the most part, something that we haven't seen in some time. So while we have our elevated fire weather conditions, strong winds, dry conditions, dry vegetation, we will have a red flag warning in place tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for us. So once again, we do look forward to some of that cooler weather that's on the way to here in the Coastal Bend.